Well, good morning, Zango Nation, and welcome to another Zango Super Saturday, an XT faculty workshop. And today we're going to be talking about how to do a home meeting, and specifically how to do a home meeting with a focus on the MB30 movement. One of the things I love most about this movement is by talking about the MB30 movement, you really are doing a presentation for everyone, because we don't just talk about MB30. We talk about MB30 so that everyone in the audience that's younger can see the opportunity, get excited, and know that there's a whole focus and commitment behind this generation to help them be successful, and I think that's really important. But we also talk about the other products, just referencing and enough to and showing the opportunity where it's really a presentation for everyone. So even though we say it's an MB30 home meeting, it's really a meeting for anybody to come to. And I'm just going to take you through the presentation that we do at our home meetings so that you can get a little understanding of what we do. And so first of all, I want you to know that there's a lot of presentations that are available out there. You can go to MB30.com. There's resources. You can go to Facebook.com and go to the MB30 movement group. It's a secret group, but there's about 9,000 plus members. If you're not already a member of that, just ask to join. You'll be approved. And in there, they post a lot of different files and a lot of different documents. There's meeting invites there, and there's scripts and all kinds of things. And there are MB30 presentations there. Now, with any presentation, I always say, get your presentation and get that'll be the base, and then from there you're going to add to it. So you're going to add your story. You're going to add your group, your team, and as people start to promote and things start to happen, you're going to add that and you're going to recognize them so that it becomes a customized presentation of your own. Now, we're doing things a little bit different. We always learn. We always evolve. And so right now what we're doing is involving everybody each week. A different member of our team will present the basic information, the slides. Slides can actually be presented by anybody, whether you've been in the business for a month or whether you've been in the business for a year, whether you're a no K or a 500K. It doesn't matter as far as sharing information. And so information will be shared in 20 minutes by a different person each week so that they get the chance to be in front of the room, to be telling the story, to get comfortable doing a presentation. And then from there, of course, testimonials. Testimonials are important on the product. They're always important on the product. They're also important about the money, and that's where you've got a $1 million earner, if you have access to one, which everybody does, because you can do these meetings in a Google Hangout. You can do these meetings on Skype. You can do these meetings in your home and have somebody in your upline who's making some money, who's sharing in the global bonus pool. So a premier above who's in your upline who can tell the story that you're not able to tell yet. And that's what we do. We partner together and we share each other's stories. Not everybody has a profound product experience, so you use other people's. That's why we share product experiences. Not everybody has been in the business long enough to have built a premiership, but everybody has multiple premiers upline from them that they can get as a guest to just pop on. They don't have to be on for your entire home meeting. So maybe you block out an hour for the entire thing and you do the presentation, and then you get your upline, your premier or above upline, on the phone. It can be a conference call, on a Skype call or a Google Hangouts. They can actually see this partner of yours, and you have them tell their story. 5 minutes is all it takes. It's just to validate the credibility of the information that you have just shared with them. So that's what we do. We partner together. We share information, and together it's pretty exciting. So the time you add 5 or 10 different product experiences, money testimonials, somebody just got the car bonus, or somebody just got qualified for the iPad mini, or somebody just got their 3 people for the month and so they got their Power of 3 pin, or somebody who just sponsored their first distributor. All of these are successes that we want to celebrate. So let me just take you through the presentation very quickly just to give you an idea of the things that we talk about. So we start, and of course the introduction slides, and if I'm doing the presentation, this is my introduction slide, and then it gives me the opportunity to tell my story. I tell my background, what I did before I got involved in this industry, what got me involved in the industry. I tell my why, and then I tell how Zango has made all those dreams come true. So we want to share our story before, so that the speaker can just, people want to relate to the speaker. So whoever is sharing the information or doing the first 20 minutes with the slides has an introduction slide. Then I go into why Zango immediately. For me, this is the most important slide of all, and it's simply because I talk about this, in our industry there's tens of thousands of companies that have come and gone, and really there's hundreds of thousands. It's just only tens of thousands are documented. What does that mean? Companies start every single day. The majority of those companies never get out of the basement. They never file their first tax return. They never get successful enough to even make it through that first year. And so those companies aren't documentable, and we don't even have the statistics on those. But of the ones that have come and gone, and we talk about it, it's a numbers thing. When you consider the tens of thousands of companies that have come and gone, and there's only 50-some that have even made it to their 10th birthday, and then we go in, 64 companies that have ever done $100 million a year in sales, and only 36 that have ever done $250 million. And Zango not only reached those, but was the fastest to those companies. The fact that we've already built a billion-dollar brand, which is faster than companies doing $1 billion a year today in sales, we reached the cumulative billion-dollar mark faster than a lot of those companies. So this is validating Zango, because the thing is, today there's so many companies out there in this industry. Finding a company or getting involved in a company or having an opportunity come along is not the hard part. The hard part is knowing how to make a good decision and to invest your time and your money and your future into a company that's going to invest in you. It doesn't do any good. If you make 5 figures a month, it won't do any good if that company is not going to be around 1, 3, 5 years from now. So I start with this because I want people to understand that with Zango, there's not a gamble. It's a sure thing. You've got a big, bright, shining future with this company should you choose to invest. We are open in 43 nations, and we have built that billion-dollar brand and got a patent on it, despite all the adversity and all the challenges that we had to go through to get it. And, of course, we have a super simple sampling system, and we've got our university. And so I talk about that. Once I do that, then I'll go through some of the other things. And now I'm going to introduce the group. I'm in Utah. We have a group in Utah. And so we update the pictures as we get new people in, and they come, and we talk about, this is our team. So you want to celebrate and put those slides from your team and add them and just keep updating that, so that when you're one of your distributors that's there, maybe they've only been in 3 weeks or 4 weeks, and they have a guest there, that guest gets to see they're on the slide. They're serious about this business, so we want to update that. And I talk about Zango actually has multiple product opportunities today. But focus on a business. We need to focus on a lead. We need to focus on one thing, because it's all about getting the person to the table. If I was to meet you today and tell you about all the different product lines and all the different things that Zango has, I probably wouldn't even get you to the meeting, because I'd be giving you way too much information, which takes way too long. It's way too confusing. Instead, I just want to intrigue you. I always call it my pickup line. If you think about dating, if you met somebody and they sat and told you blah, 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 all about everything about their life and their job and their family and how many kids they want to have one day when they get married, probably they asked you out, you wouldn't go. You'd be like, oh. So, but if it was just like one little thing, you just met, had a nice little intriguing conversation, and they asked you out, maybe. So that's all we're doing. We're just trying to tell them a little bit. And I've always said, focus on the newest, hottest story, especially if there's samples, commissionable samples, and a system behind it. So our Zalo division has those samples. Our Zalo Ageless, you could focus on Ageless. If you're a baby boomer and you just want to talk to other baby boomers and just focus on that, the anti-aging story, we could talk about the Ageless and the Juice, and you could give them samples of that. But MB30, if we're talking to somebody under 30 years old, it's the best day yet. And best day yet actually applies to everybody of all age groups. So you can use that as your primary focus for everyone. So we pick our primary focus, best day yet. It comes with this nice little sampling card. It comes with packages that you can get that we can put together samples and we can get them out. It's a simple, easy story to tell. Little QR code on the sample card where people can scan and go directly to the video on the company website. We put our labels and our business cards and brochures in there too with our own personal site on there so people can go and see and watch the doctor talk about the products. So it's a simple approach. We invite people to try the best day yet. We qualify them. We give them a sample or sell them a sample, and then we let them get that information and we invite them to come take a look at the business opportunity. So when they come, I reference that there's multiple product opportunities, but we're focusing on the best day yet. Why? Because it's simple. Because these products all come in single serving sample sizes. They're inexpensive, and they all produce immediate results. Now, I love the best day yet because when somebody tries all three of the products, they're probably, and I don't know the real percentage here, but I would say 95% chance they're going to love one of them, if not two, if not all three. We were sampling just the Limitless before, and you still can. You could build a business just with the Limitless, and a lot of the MB30ers did that, focused on just the Limitless. But with just the Limitless, you got to hope they love that one product. They got to love the taste. They got to love the results. They got to love the experience. And not everybody does. We're different. So by giving them all three products, if they didn't care for the Limitless or notice anything or whatever, they just don't, they're not energy drink or caffeine people or whatever, and they don't like it, then the chances are they're going to love either the Ignite or the Reload or both. So you got 3 times the chance that they're going to love a product and want to have some more. So we focus on this. Tell them a little bit about the products. This is available when you send them to, if you have a Gift from Us website, which all members of Zengel University do because it comes free with your membership to Zengel University. Dr. Templeman has a 1-minute and 40-second promo video where he just quickly talks about Ignite, Limitless, and Reload. And so we can send them there. Plus, the company video on the best day yet, which is on the QR code on the sample package. So we have a doctor telling them about the products with the ability for them to get the details, because if you click on more information after watching that, it'll take you to individual detailed product videos on each of the products that Dr. Templeman did, going into science and ingredients. So that's pretty exciting. So then I play the video for them, and this is the 1-minute and 40-second Dr. Templeman video. So we'll play that so that they can all see that, even if they had not yet experienced that prior to coming to the meeting. And then I do talk a little bit more about Limitless, because Limitless is a product that when you compare to, people think about it, it's so much more than an energy drink, and a lot of people were kind of talking about it as an energy drink alternative. But Limitless is actually a product that gives you cellular energy. What does that mean? All your cells are energized, which helps you with mental clarity and focus and vision and so much more. And the physical energy isn't that jittery, nervousy kind of physical energy that caffeine or energy drinks would give you. And there's no crash. It's a sustained 6 to 8 hours, a nice rise and a nice decrease, and you just feel amazing with this product. So we do talk about it more specifically because a lot of the people, especially the MB30 generation, are using these products. We want them to be educated and know that if they're drinking traditional energy drinks, we teach them how to be label readers. We teach them how to look at how many servings are in the can. So if they look at, for example, a 32-ounce Monster, says it only has 100 calories, but then it'll say per serving, and it'll say there's 4 servings in the can. Now, nobody drinks 1/4 of the can. They drink the whole can. So they need to know that they're getting 400 calories, but where's 108 grams of sugar? We talk about sugar, the addiction, the health challenges, and the alternative here, a 4-calorie product with less than a gram of sugar. So we spend a little bit of time focusing on that, because then we can tell this generation, some of them, they live paycheck to paycheck and they don't have a lot of extra money. So a lot of times they come to the meeting and they think, oh my gosh, I want to sign up, but I don't have any money. And then we talk to them about transfer buying. We say, this is how simple the business is. You simply stop drinking all this bad stuff out there, and all that money that you spend every day going to Starbucks or buying the energy drinks, you simply take that money and buy Limitless, and you can buy all of our products. You just start drinking this, and that's it. And then you drink and share. The other companies are not going to pay you to drink and share their products, but Zango does. So that's it. We talk about MB30 Utah, our group. Again, the recognition, your team, you're going to just keep adding pictures and talking about your group and edifying those members that are there, even if they just signed up last week, because if they're there the next week, or even if it's a month later, if they're there with a guest, that is worthy of recognition. And so you want to do that. It makes them feel good, makes them want to bring more guests back next time. So we talk about that. And of course, we talk about the company and Zango, and that you can actually enroll as a customer or a distributor. Either way, you get your own website to refer others. If you're a customer, you can refer other customers. A distributor, of course, you can refer customers and sponsor new distributors. So we talk about that, and then there's 3 different packs that you can purchase to get started. All of these packs have some samples in there that you can share with other people. So the most popular pack is the first one. It is the Zalo 3D pack, because it comes with 60 servings of each of our products, so that you can use them every single day and you can share them every single day. You've got 30 samples to share with other people. 1 sample a day. Pretty amazing. The Zalo 3D Mini, some people are just not yet ready financially to get the $259 pack, so this one's only $169, and it comes with 40 of each of the products. So if you use them every day, you've got 10 samples, and you can, obviously, you can sell the samples so that you can get the money to buy another pack and then maybe upgrade to the bigger pack later. And then our 3D juice, if you can afford that, you get that, because no matter how old you are, if you are part of our MB30 generation or our millennial generation, you've got parents, you've got grandparents, you've got aunts and uncles. There's people that you know that are baby boomers who will absolutely buy the Zalo Ageless and the Zango Juice. And so you'd have samples of both of those products to let them try it. And I always recommend, of course, they can afford to pay for it. So put together a week's supply of each of the juice and the Ageless and sell it to them. And that's going to be enough time that they're going to get enough results where they're absolutely going to buy it. So whatever pack you pick, we're going to then go and promote. And we're going to look for people every single day to give the products, to let them try it, to sample the best day yet. And again, give or sell, doesn't matter. All we're looking for is people who we pre-qualify. We've got the trainings and stuff to do that. Richard did a fantastic training on how to find people and sample. Richard and Sandy also did one a few months before that on all of the products. So you can watch those trainings. I'll show you where they are at the end of the webinar, where we've got all of our faculty workshops archived. So we'll teach you how to find people and talk to them and give the sample and qualify and all of that. That's not the hard part. You just have to learn if you're a little nervous and don't really know how. And then we're going to let people try the best day yet. And it's just a numbers game from there. Some people are going to love it. Other people are going to go, and that's fine. All we're doing is inviting people. Then we're going to give them some information. We're going to let them make a choice. And whatever it is, we're going to respect that. So who do you know that works out or plays a sport, or it's over 40, or that needs more energy, concerned about aging or wanting to make more money? We know people that are going to want to try these products and look at this opportunity. Some of those people are desperately looking for something right now. You could be the answer to their prayers. All you have to do is invite them and open your mouth and share. And then we start to build a business. So all we're going to do is start to build teams and help them build volume. So what is volume? Whenever you order our products, there's volume. The Zalo 3D Mini Pack has 100 points in volume. A point because it's a worldwide compensation plan. See, there's people in Mexico that are buying our juice. I think they pay something like 1,800 pesos for a case of juice. Well, it's $120 in the U.S., and I don't know how many yen it is or pounds, but all over the world people are buying these products in their own currency. But no matter where in the world the product is purchased and how much they paid for it, it has 100 points. And so we just talk about that. We're building teams that buy products. Those products have volume points attached to them. A team, what's a team? A team is simply a person that you would personally sponsor. It can be a customer or a distributor. And then when they refer other customers or distributors, that is all one big team. All you have to do is build volume yourself, your total team, which is you and everybody that you refer and who they refer and so on, and then help at least 3 teams build volume as well. And again, how do we build volume? You could sign up a chiropractor's office who just retails product out of their office, or a spa or a gym. It could be just one person who buys products to retail out. That's still volume. That could be 1,000-point leg. It could be a 5,000-point leg, depending. Or, and the best way to do it is sponsor distributors who leverage themselves like you by building 3 to 5 teams of their own. Because then everybody can do just a little, and it can add up to a lot. And then we talk about our compensation plan. There's really a lot of amazing bonuses. We talk about the Drive Your Own Dream and the rank advancement bonuses, where there's actually a couple $100,000 worth of bonuses there that you can qualify for. We talk about bonus pools, but we don't go into the details of the compensation plan. We just want them to understand there's a lot of money, but I like to focus on the unilevel. Why? Because this is my residual income. This is my, if I build 3 teams to build 3 teams, or if I build 5 teams to build 5, or whatever it is, this is where I get my duplication. This is where I'm leveraging myself. This is where we all do a little, and it adds up to a lot. So I do explain the unilevel. So when I bring in a new distributor, I get a 25% Power Start bonus paid next week. So if there's somebody who brings a guest next week to our home meeting and they sign up and they buy a product, that distributor is going to get a check the following week. And that's exciting. I do talk about it. They say, but then every order they place is paid out in the unilevel. So if everybody just did 100 points, which is equal to $100 U.S., oftentimes, like a case of juice, $120, 120 points. They're not all exactly perfect, but here in the U.S. I can talk about that because everybody understands the dollars. But I say this: you're going to get paid in dollars on this, and you're going to get paid 2% on your own referrals forever. How many people are you going to personally refer? 3, 5, 10, 20. Over the course of your career, maybe 50, maybe 100 by the time you've been in the business for 5 years or more. But however many you personally, then everybody that they refer and that those people refer and those people refer, it's 5% down through 9 levels. That's huge. What does that mean? Well, if we all did 100 points and we all got 3 people, then this is what it would mean. I would have a total in those 9 levels that I could qualify to earn on. I would have a total, if everybody just did 100, if everybody just referred 3 people and everybody just did 100, of $2.9 million in volume. And I get paid 5% on almost all that. I mean, in this scenario, where everybody does 3, I've got 3 people I'm only getting 2% on. But then I have 19,680 people that I get 5% on. What does that mean? $147,000 in the monthly unilevel commission, plus all the customer bonuses and the Power Start bonuses and the global bonus pools and all of those rank advancement bonuses and the Drive Your Own Dream and. But that number, and then we all go on ADP, so next month they reorder, and I get another $147,000, and the next month they reorder. This opens some eyes, Now, you don't always have to go down through all those levels. Sometimes I'll take it down and I'll just show the 5 levels, which the cumulative on the 5 levels is 1,806. By the time you add Drive Your Own Dream and other bonuses, this is more money than a lot of people make in a full-time job, and this is royalty income. It's not trading time for money income. This is mailbox money. It just comes in every single month. You build your network of product customers and distributors, and every time they reorder, you get checks in the mail. It's very exciting. So then again, I explain we're going to sponsor customers and distributors so we can become profitable and we can fast track to Premier. Weekly bonuses, 15% on all customer orders, 25% on all new distributor orders, and then our monthly royalty income through 9 levels of referrals. So how do we do this? Well, it's simple. We're going to focus on the power of 3. We're going to focus on 3 people, 3 teams, 3 people who want to do the business, not just 3 customers who order products, but 3 teams, teams who recruit other team members and help them do the same so that we can build teams that end up being 5, 10, 20, 30, 50 people on each team. And as we continue to do this, that ends up being hundreds of people on each team, thousands of people on each team. This is a career. This is something that we can just continue to build and grow at our own pace over time, and it just keeps adding up. So by focusing on the power of 3, all we want to do is we want to share these 3 products every single day with somebody, and then using the 80-20 rule, if 80% of the people are not going to be interested, 20% want to try the products themselves, and that's being very conservative. And let's say half of them just want to order the product and be a customer, because we do talk about the Nothing Beats Free and how customers can actually qualify to earn their products for free. So some of these people are going to be customers and maybe later become a distributor. Others are going to want to be distributors. So using this example with 30 people every single month that we share with, 20% or 6 of them wanting to order the product, half of them as distributors and half of them as customers. That's how we get our $240. And there, now I'll show you how the breakdown is on that, but we just focus on what we're doing the first month. We want to make a 3-month commitment, and we want to enroll on ADP. We want to get our ticket to Zango Rush. You always get a ticket to the next big event. Right when they're signing up, that's when the enthusiasm is highest, and they will make whatever commitment. And Zango Rush, you want to be successful, you need to be at our international convention in Las Vegas in September. Sell them a ticket right there when they sign up. And then we plug them into Zango on Facebook, and we start our plan. We start doing this 3 a day, 3 products every single day, and sampling 30 people, showing the plan, sponsoring the new distributors and customers. So if you sponsor 3 of each, then you're going to get the $240. How? Let's just focus on that again for just a second. These are the packs, once again. In your first 30 days, though, I just want to open your mind for a moment and let you know that in your first 30 days, you could do more than 30 if you really wanted to get your business off to a big, big, big start. So when I have people with huge goals and huge dreams, I let them know they can buy more than 1 pack. And so the $259 pack, by the way, all of our packs include free shipping and handling. So that's pretty exciting. Comes with little water bottles, sample cards, and the product for your own consumption. But I talked to them about if you get the $259 pack, just 1, you got enough to use the products every day and sample 1 person a day. But if you got 2 packs, you're only spending twice as much money, but now you have 3 times the samples. So you could sample 3 a day in your first 30 days. It'd be 90. Think about it. It's 3 times. It's only twice the money. And again, 80-20 rule's the same. So whether you get 1 pack or 2 packs or 3 packs, 80-20 rule's the same. Your results are just going to be 3 times or 5 times greater. So what does that mean? Here's the numbers, and here's how we get to the 240. If you're doing just 1 a day, and you sign up 3 distributors, and they each buy the same pack, you're going to get a $150 Power Start next week. and 3 customers, 15%. You're going to get $90 on your customers next week. So next week, you're actually going to get a check for $240. So what does that mean? Let's say you want to do more than 30 in your first 30 days, but you don't have the money on your card. You just can't see yourself doing it. Well, if you do this and get all 30 of your samples out this week, next week you're going to get $240. You can buy yourself another pack and then sample out 30 more in the next week, get the same numbers, get another pack. So whether you buy them one at a time or just buy 3 packs when you get started, the more you do in that first 30 days, the more you're going to make. If you did 3 samples a day, it'd be 3 times the money, or $720 you'd earn, which is enough to buy more packs. If you got 3 packs, it'd be 5 samples a day. It's 5 times the money, only 3 times the investment. $1,150 the first month. So just open your mind to the possibilities. When you start a new person, whether they get 1 pack at a time or get 2 right up front and then sample out those 60 maybe in a week, because you can, because nobody knows what you're doing yet. So I just want people to know and dream big and think big, because the bigger they get off the ground, but they bought 3 packs and sampled them all out in that first 30 days, made $1,150 just in fast start bonuses that they got. You think they're going to be excited, committed, going to conventions, shouting from the rooftops? Absolutely. So I let them know, dream as big as you want to dream. Either way, I'm here. I'm going to help you do 30 a month in your first month, or I'm going to help you do 90, or I'm going to help you do 150, whatever number it is. I'm here, and I want to help them succeed. That's what they need to know. I talk about, just so people can understand compound interest, royalty income, and what the options are today. I talk about the historical U.S. Treasury rates, because back in 2006, 2007, you could go down to any bank, open any savings account, and get 5% money. Today, it's 0.5%. So people need to understand, back when I was in my 20s and I was shown about how to build a retirement, I was shown something that would allow me to retire, to build $1 million asset, income in the bank, and live off the interest. Today, let's just look at what that means. When it was 5% money, by the time you got $1 million in your account in the bank, that would have been worth $4,166 a month in interest. You could live off that. So that, in addition to Social Security or whatever, this is what I was presented. All the baby boomers were presented this, but what are we presenting today? Those same presentations are being presented today to the millennials at 0.5%, $416 a month. So they need to understand that the same opportunities for retirement that used to exist no longer exist unless you're looking at high-risk stuff. So I also want them to understand about building equity in your business and building that asset. So again, 7% was good money if you got a good investment tool. Today, the best I could find out there was under 3%. I think it was 2.87, and you had to put like $250,000 in the bank and not touch it for 5 years and all of these things. But they're good investment vehicles, but for about 2.87%, I think was the best one I found in this type of a thing. Again, presented to me when I was a baby boomer, they said put $500 a month in the bank every single month. After 20 years, it's going to be worth $260,000. But you keep doing it. See, when I was 20, I was presented this to do this till I was 65, really. In your 20s, you buy your first home and stuff. A lot of financial, people present things to you to help you build something for your future. So they said keep doing it over the next 20 years. It's worth $1.3 million. So think about this, $500 a month. I'm putting the same amount in every single month. It takes me 20 years to just get it to be worth $260,000, but in the next 20, it's over $1 million more. It's the same thing with the business. You're going to start the business today, and you're going to talk to people, and maybe you're going to finish the month with 3 people. Maybe next month, if you're 3, get 3, and you get 3 more, maybe you're going to finish next month with 12 people. But every single month we continue to share, we continue to get the samples out there, and we can continue to build. And so our first year, it might seem like it's taking forever to get to an income of $2,000 or $3,000 or $4,000 a month, whatever it is that you're looking for. But when you keep doing it, all of a sudden you're doing exactly the same thing, but your equity is getting huge, and the compound interest takes over, and all of a sudden the same efforts that you're doing just become worth more and more and more every single month. We are building an asset. We're not trading time for money. We are building an asset with royalty income, and we continue to invest in that business, and it gets worth more and more, and it gets very exciting very quickly. So, wealth secrets. The rich and the famous, this is the things they teach their children. It's not the stuff you're going to learn in public school, for sure. As a matter of fact, it's not stuff that you learn in most universities. We all only have so much time. So if we can learn about leverage, about leveraging ourselves, if I want to build a business with 100,000 customers and distributors, could I do that alone? If I was in direct sales, I only have so much time. How long would it take me to talk to and make a sale to 100,000 people? But if I leverage myself and I just look for 3, the right 3 who look for 3 of their own, all of a sudden together we all do a little, and that can happen. I can get 100,000 people, and a lot of people in Zango have teams of 100,000 people or 10,000 people or 5,000 people who all order these products. And we get checks in the mail, royalty income, every single month. So compound interest, the tax savings of owning a home-based business, the average household can save $300 to $500 a month on taxes. It's money you can put in your pocket instead of Uncle Sam, because Uncle Sam gives us a lot of tax breaks for owning a home-based business. Why? Uncle Sam doesn't want to worry about supporting us in our retirement years, because by age 65, 95% of us are dead or dead broke or living on family and friends or assistance from the government. So Social Security is something that we invest in, that we work hard and we pay into, and that may or may not be around for millennials. We don't think. Everybody says no, but we'll see. Whatever is there is going to be a tiny little pittance, which is not going to be enough. And so we want to build, and the government's going to give us all these tax benefits because they want us to have a home business with residual income that helps us pay for ourselves so that we don't end up on Medicaid when we're older. And, of course, living on less than what we make. It was J. Paul Getty that said, I'd rather earn 1% of the efforts of 100 people than 100% of my own. Direct sales is 100% of your own. You make more per sale, but you build a team and you leverage yourself and that network of customers and distributors who order product every single month, and we get more than 1%. We get 5% of 100 people or 1,000 people or 10,000 people. So I want them to understand the opportunity. And then we talk about the current promotions. So what's going on right now? The current promotions, we talk about ADP rewards, nothing beats free, and drive your own dream. But our current promotions, we really focus on convention, because that's the next big event. We want everybody to get there. I talk about Mexico. How'd you like to go to a fabulous 5-star resort in Mexico for free? Would that be pretty cool? How'd you like to win an iPad mini for free? So by focusing on promotions, we actually build ourselves a nice little residual income. So we talk about, first, the iPad. The iPad mini giveaway. For everybody who signs up and buys a pack, and then you got to buy it again next month, any one of the packs. If you sign up and you buy a pack, come in with a pack, then you've got 60 days to get 10 customers or distributors who buy any of the products as long as it's at least 100 points, and you win an iPad mini. Now, here's what's really cool. So we also have this trip to Mexico coming up in February. Now, I want you to know that the secret, one of the biggest secrets to success, and you ask any leader in Zango, they focused on the contest. Because not only if you win the iPad mini and you win the trip to Mexico, that's cool, but those are one-time things. But in doing that, you will have built a residual income, that royalty income, the checks that come in the mail every single month. So you focus on the promos, and it helps you build that residual income. So these 10 people, if I get 10 people and 100 each to win the iPad, it's also going to give me points towards the trip. Our trips are twice a year, so every 6 months. The current promotion we have right now is running through the end of November. And anybody who gets 300 trip points qualifies for a spot on the trip. Now 300 points, you get a trip for one. The room paid for and all the meals and activities and everything that we do there. For 500 points, then you get you and a guest. And then every 100 points you get after that, you start getting travel vouchers to pay for airfare and other things. So if I have 10 people, because I'm going for the iPad mini first, that is 100 points each, for everybody with a 100-point order, I get 10 trip points. They not only give me the points the month they come in, but again, it's this 3-month commitment. I get points if they order the second month and the third month. So in the case of the 10 people, 10 points a person times 10 is 100, times 3 months if they stayed on ADP, there's 300 I can win. Focusing on the iPad and bringing in 10 people with 100 points, customers or distributors, doesn't matter what they order as long as at least 100 points. Doesn't have to be ADP. Doesn't have to be a Zalo 3D pack. Any products, 100 points, 3 months in a row, I already won the trip. So we can focus on that. Once we've won our iPad, now we can start focusing on other things. If they come in with that $259 pack, a 200-point order, it's 25 trip points. 3 months in a row, that'd be 75 points per person who came in with that pack. 400-point order, that's our Zalo 3D Juiced pack. That's worth 50 trip points. Now, what I find is I bring a lot of people in with the most common way is 2 packs the first month so that they have 3 samples a day in their first 30 days so they can make 3 times the money and they can get their business started 3 times faster. So that is 400 points and I get 50 trip points. But then they go on ADP for just 1 pack a month. So the second month I get 25 points and the third month I get 25. Everybody I start that way, that's 100 trip points per person over that 3-month period. So folks, you can win the trip. Just with focus on the iPad mini and at 100 points and people stay in for 3 months, you got the trip paid for. You got the trip for one. But again, good, better, best. Most people come in with at least one of the 259 packs. It's 25 points per person, 3 months in a row. It's 75. You only need 4 people that do that to win the trip. So focus on the iPad, focus on the promotions, focus on winning this trip to Mexico, and make sure that you are committed to the Las Vegas International Convention, September 9th through 12th. Make sure they know all the great things that are going on and all the great promotions. There's a lot of promotions. You just go to zango.com, and you can find out how you can get tickets to the MB30 Light Show. All you have to do is sign up and sponsor 5 people on your team with a convention ticket, and you can go to the Light Show. This is one of the hottest clubs in Las Vegas, and Zango reserved it. They rented it out for a period of time. I don't know if it's 2 or 3 or 4 hours. It'll just be Zango. It'll just be people who qualified for the Light Show. And then after that, they'll open it up to the public probably at midnight. And this is the kind of club that goes all night long. There's a lot of amazing opportunities in Zango. At this point in time, people's heads might be a little bit spinning with a lot of information. So I simply close with this, Zalo3D.com. It's a URL that forwards to the Zango University to a page that gives them all the information they need to make a decision on Zango. It gives them the compensation plan. It gives them the product video from Dr. Templeman. It gives them everything they need. This is where it goes to, Zalo3D.com. It goes to the university. Our university is members-only access to all of the training, and we've got some amazing stuff there. But for a prospect, for a guest, I want them to go home and in the privacy of their own home, I want them to see the Zalo ProLine video from Dr. Templeman, who explains the 3 products and how amazing they are. I want them to see the compensation plan overview so they get a little bit more information, because I've just given them some generals. And I want them to see the Best Day Yet Getting Started training so they can understand how to build this business, buying the packs and giving out the samples. I want them to know about Zango Paradise and how they can win that. I want them to understand the tax benefits of owning a home-based business, because a lot of people will get involved with just that. So Zalo3D.com, I have them write it down, put it in their phones, so they can go home and get the rest of the information. And that's it. The bottom of that, there's you can click there to go to the Zalo 3D Distributor Resource Center, which will take you to some of the Best Day Yet trainings that we've done. It'll take you to, let's take you there real quick. It'll take you to the workshops with Richard O'Brien showing how to sample. There's other workshops, I think the one with Sandy where her and Richard did one showing you how to sample all of the products. So that's it. That's all the information that you need to give. All of that is done in the part of the presentation, 20 minutes. You can have anybody present it. After that, you're going to have somebody who's made money or who's been in the business, who's hit the premiere above, on the phone. You could do it with a cell phone and just put it on speaker. The idea is, if you don't have the money story yet, you just get somebody on the line who does, and then pump them up that they're going to meet all these million-dollar, multi-million-dollar earners at convention, because it's an international. They come from all over the world, and you want to introduce them to your partners and to your team members. So this is what you do. You share it. You let people know. You plug them into the system, and then we tell them about the rest of the university. The Zango International Building, this is where we get the, thought I was logged in. Oops, you have to log in to see everything in the university. But once you're logged in, you can see everything. The Zango International Building, every Thursday night, are weekly webinar trainings. These are all different videos that you can go to, but if you go to the weekly webinar training, then you just can plug them in to the last 4 webinars and let them know. Every single month, we're going to plug them into the future ones. I haven't watched the last 4 because they do repeat these all the time, right? The first week, welcome and getting started. The second week is a compensation plan training. The third week is a Zango story and the power of 3. The fourth week is product training, and we simply rinse and repeat. And every single month they have different people on to present this, and so I let them know. The university will give them all the rest of the information that they might be lacking. They want personal development, personal power. We go to the Masters of Motivation building, and I let them know that every single day you should spend 30 minutes feeding your mind and growing, and all the greats here will allow us to do that. We can simply go to Brian Tracy and go to his video player with all of his videos on it. And I warn people, 30 minutes a day, that's it. We don't need to spend more than that, because the rest of our time has to be spent on activities that will create volume. What does that mean? Inviting people to try Best Day Yet, inviting people to come to the home meetings. You should be doing home meetings. We started off our first one with 5 people, maybe 3 people. I think 5 included myself and Will, so maybe 3 people. And that 3 has turned into, sometimes we have 15 or 20 people. Sometimes we have 40 or 50 people. It just depends. It'll grow, it'll get huge, and that's just the local group. If you started with 1 person, that's all you need to do. You need to present, you need to get 1, and then you get 2, and then you get 3, and then you start to leverage yourself to financial freedom.